to come to the right table. I'm looking for just a single W514.
What's up?
What's up, man?
Try Tony at Tony Trade. He's like 2 tables right around there.
How much is that sheet?
$5 grand.
5 grand. You just happened to hold that in your hand while he came up and asked for it.
Pretty crazy, right?
Right? What's the coolest car in here? What's your favorite car in here?
Well, these 2 Hindus are pretty rare. I mean, a 5 Hindu back of a Hall of Famer Cub. Hindu back of Walter Johnson portrait. There's a Hindu back of Christy Mathewson. Those are pretty great. This is Casey Stengel's rookie card. Right now, I think there's a PSA 1 on eBay for like 14 grand. That's a 3. Pretty high grade for that card. And then, how about this Stan Musial rookie over here? Venezuela Pete Rose autographed. That Yogi Berra right by your. That's his rookie card. High grade for that card. And up here we have a PSA 9 of a Schmidt rookie. 1956 Topps Mantle autographed. Obviously, we have all these Babe Ruths, Mickey Mantle. The best card in here, I think, it's not the most expensive, but the Joe DiMaggio rookie.
Why do you like this the best?
Super low pop. If you want a Joe DiMaggio rookie, I mean, this is literally the only one in the whole show, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm a big Yankee fan.
He's got one on uncut sheet.
That is awesome. Yeah, I'm trying to get into vintage, but I mean, a lot of these guys probably passed away before I was even born, so it's kind of like, you know, hard to get into it. But
There's no more, Mike Trout has a back injury and his card tanks.
yeah.
This doesn't happen.
But do you think
These are like blue chips.
in 50 years, even if Mike Trout retired today, you think in 50 years he'd still go down as like one of the best baseball players?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? So it doesn't really matter if he retires today, right?
But card value isn't, there's so many of those cards.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's rare. There's more of those cards than people that can afford those cards.
Yeah.
They're not making any more Babe Ruth cards.
Yeah. I mean, they are, but not like that.
Right. There's no, you can't.
Yeah.
These are a finite number.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I got a little more, but mostly.
So are you? Do you just like pick up Hall of Famers guys?
Yeah, I really collect T206, and I've got one set that's raw, ungraded in a binder.
Yeah.
And I focus on really rare backs. And then I have a graded set I'm working on, which I'm just trying to do high grade or low pop. And then these are some cards. Some of these are in my set. Some are just my dupes.
Yeah.
We got a 5 of a Cobb, which is a pretty high grade for a Cobb.
You got any advice for people that wants to get into vintage but don't know how? Like, where do you even start?
It's a great question. The highest grade of a Hall of Famer that you can afford. Stick to centering. Mickey Mantle's a great guy to start with.
Yeah.
Centered Mickey Mantle cards are,
Yeah. Is center really that important in vintage?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Centered's everything. I mean, you get a set like this with a 48 leaf. These are not common cards, but it's more common to find them off-centered. To find these centered, you could get like if that was a 2.5 that was off-centered, it'd be half the price.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So people pay a super premium for center cards.
So would you rather have a PSA 6 off-center card or a PSA 2 very center card?
I'd rather have a PSA 1 center.
Really? Is that big of a difference?
Yeah, for
Even
sure.
if the card is like mint, but the center card is like bent in half?
Yeah, it's like people can't stand to look at something that's off center.
That's the OCD of the people, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's very unique perspective. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
centering's everything. Here's a cool card. This is a Honus Wagner. But what's cool about this is that this is a bread set, so these cards came in loaves of bread. And
yeah?
there was like 5 or 6 different backs. The Weber back is super rare. I think there's only about 3 or 4 of these.
Okay. Do
So-
the different bakeries?
Different bakeries.
Every bakery had one of these
Yeah,
cars with
so
different backings?
this one's a Weber back.
Know these cars that
And you
well.
have, ooh,
Sorry.
here's a Martin's back. Oh, that's a Weber Martin's. We have,
So are these like the local bakery, or are these like big chain, like
you know,
nationwide
these
bakeries?
are from 1910, so 1911. So, you know, I can't tell you where they were. I really didn't research that. I got into the set. This one's actually extra cool because it's got a back stamp.
Oh,
Back
yeah?
in the day, for like 206, the guys who either had stores or collected these would put stamps on the back.
Yeah.
Some would have their name on it, some would have a date, some would have like stars or vegetables or fruits.
Would that be considered damage or alter, or?
On a new card, or even a card here in the 50s, if you have a mark on the back or a pencil mark, it really detracts the value.
Okay.
And PSA will put an MK on it. They still do MKs, but you get a mark, like a back stamp on one of these cards, it increases the value because it shows the provenance, who owned it, when they owned it.
So what year would like a stamp be considered good, and what year would the stamp be considered not good?
Well, nobody's taking stamping cards now. So
Yeah.
all the guys who stamped these cards, it happened back in 1909 to 1911. You know,
That's awesome.
yeah, it's really cool.
So how do you where do you research your information and stuff about like vintage stuff? You just Google it and just find random stuff?
I'm in a couple Facebook groups.
Oh, okay.
And the guys that I'm friends with just know
Yeah.
a lot. I don't really know a lot. I learn it from them. So.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. But how? I mean, I'm sure they're very knowledgeable, but how reliable can those information be? You know, just taking somebody's word for it, right?
There's one group in particular that I'm in. It's a tobacco group. It's called Tobacco Row.
Oh, yeah.
It's capped at like 600 people, so you couldn't even get in.
Oh wow.
And it's very trustworthy people.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it. I mean, these guys are the experts in tobacco cards.
But wouldn't they want like people to know more about this information, so more and more people can be knowledgeable
There are
about
other
this?
groups that we also are in, but
Yeah.
that group in particular is pretty special. A lot of people want to get into it. It's just, the more people you get, the harder it is to control getting someone in there who's maybe not in it for the cards, and maybe is in it for the money, and it brings a different vibe. So that's really a collector's group. But there's plenty of other groups where people learn plenty. I'm in groups that have thousands of people. Like, I love it.
Yeah, I've been saying this since like last year, man. Like vintage cars, like older cars, are just they've been up a little bit now since then, but I just
Right.
thought they're still undervalued compared to like the newer guys like Joe Burrow or I mean Mike Trout and stuff like that.
And those guys are great too.
Yeah.
They're Hall of Famers, they will be Hall of Famers, but there's so many of those cards.
Yeah, definitely.
that, I mean, you look at what happened to the cards in like the 80s.
Yeah,
Each card has millions of versions.
yeah.
But now, the only Mark McGuire card that's worth anything, it's got to be a 10. And if you were to grade all of them, there's probably thousands of 10s.
Yeah.
And there probably are thousands of 10s. There's no 10s of a Ty Cobb. I think there may be like 1 8 or a couple 8s or a 9.
Are you talking about like PSA or SGC or
Either.
anything?
SGC is great for vintage cards.
So you prefer SGC slab for vintage, or
I don't care.
You don't
I
care?
like them. I like them.
Doesn't
I don't
matter?
care. I like the card. I like them even not in a case.
does it like increase or decrease value if like this was like in PSA 5 or BGS 5?
Sometimes,
SGC
sometimes
5?
some people would prefer PSA 5. Some people only collect SGC. I know a lot of people who only collect SGC. I know people who only collect PSA. My advice to them is, you like this card, buy the card. Buy the card, not the grade. There's a lot of cards. I'll show you a card right here. This card is a 4, but it really is like a 6. I mean, this is the best 4 I've ever seen. I'll show you another 4.
Is this guy a Hall of Famer?
No, he's not a Hall of Famer. He's a Cub, though. People love to collect Cubs. And here we go. And here's another 4. Look at the difference of the 4s.
This one's off center, right? A little bit
Off
off
center.
center.
And it's got rounded corners. It's got frayed edges. This thing looks like a 6.
This, I mean, it's a little bit from left to right here too,
Sure.
but
Yeah.
I'm,
Sure.
I see what you're talking about, the corners. Yeah.
So then you get, I mean, the backs are perfect. The back's
Is the
great.
color here off? Because
No.
this one looks a little bit whiter and this one looks a little bit more
No,
brown
I mean,
and yellow.
remember, this is from like 1911.
Okay.
So it's 111 years old.
Wow.
This card is also 1911. So I mean, you'd expect cards that old to not look so sharp. This thing was really taken care of. Probably a guy put it in, a book or plastic.
Yeah.
100 years ago.
Awesome. That is this seems so cheap. I mean, I know he's not like a Hall of Famer or anything, but for a card that's 100-something years old, like this seems kind of cheap.
Yeah,
You know?
I agree. Yeah.
Like how
And
many
that's
of those are in pop
And
right
that's
now?
the thing, a lot of these cards, that's how I got into this. You look at this and you say, how is a Ty Cobb card $2,000?
Yeah.
Here's a Ty Cobb. Here we go. Here's a Cobb card. It's $2,000. Now it's obviously ripped on top.
Yeah.
Okay? But there's no other. You can get. How do you get a Ty Cobb card for $2,000? It's 100 and. Yeah, it's from 1909. 113 years old.
Wow. That's,
Yes.
But all right, thank you so much for all the information. What's your name?
Andy. Andy
Andy,
Geller.
nice to meet you. I'm Kenny.
Hey, Kenny.
I
Thanks a lot.
appreciate all the information. So cool. I'm trying to get into vintage. I just need to get some information and knowledge
Sure.
about it.
Yeah, please. By
Yeah.
all means, stop by again if you want.
All right. Thank you so much.
You got it, man.
See you, man. What's going on, guys? I just want to let you guys know about my new partnership with Graded Guard. So what Graded Guard is essentially a phone case for your slab. It protects from scratches, from drops, and it is colorful. We have many different colors you can choose from to customize your slab. How this one goes with this case, right? It looks amazing. How my LeBron is a white car and it goes with the white case. It looks amazing. So this is how you would put a case on. Easy, super easy. So you get your slab, you put it on, and then you pop it in, bang, bang. Super easy, very nice, and they stack on top of each other like awesomeness right there. They stack so cool, so awesome, right? Stackable slabs, so cool, and it comes in PSA, BGS, and CGC. So if you guys are interested, use my code GMFIRED for 20% off your whole order. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching my video, and please, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, and like, comment down below. It's good for algorithm. And please, if you haven't, give me a follow on Instagram at GMFIRED. Thank you so much. Fire